Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be starting a reading vlog today. I'm currently reading House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J Maas, and I just thought now is the perfect time to start a reading vlog because I want to capture my thoughts on this book. If you don't know, this is the third book in the Crescent City series and it's going to be intense. I have actually already started the book. I'm on page 204, so I do have some initial thoughts. I'm going to try and keep it spoiler free because I know that a lot of people haven't made it to this book or haven't read this series yet, so I'm not going to spoil anything. But if you have read this series, you'll know that the second book ended on a huge cliffhanger that was very exciting because it was something that I think a lot of people knew was coming, but we just didn't know how or when, and so it's finally happening in this book. I absolutely love the characters. I mean, I loved them anyway, like in the last books, but I'm really enjoying seeing them all interact in this book. It's very exciting. We literally jumped straight into the action from the get-go. From chapter 1 we were back in it. Like, I just love how Sarah J Maas makes you constantly on the edge of your seat and just constantly connecting with the characters. I think Sarah J Maas is such a good writer and really gets you hooked. Like I said, I'm 200 pages in, which is chapter 20, and there's like 3 different storylines going on that are all like hitting a peak right now. They're all very intense right now, so I'm scared because I feel like within the next 100 pages something scary is gonna happen, but I just want to get to it. It's currently 20 to 2 on Saturday. I am going out this evening to a book signing at Waterstones, but I am gonna try and just read as much as possible before I go out. I'd like to get to at least page 300 or 350, but it is taking me a little while to read because it's fantasy. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say because, again, I don't want to spoil anything, but we are hitting some really intense scenes right now and I'm just scared. I definitely think I'm going to cry at this book because I've seen a lot of people crying and I've cried at the last 2, so it's very likely that I'm going to cry at this one as well. I don't know why, and I obviously won't tell you if this does happen or not, but I have a theory that someone's going to die. Like, one of 2 characters I really think is going to die. I just have a suspicion that one of these 2 characters will perish in this book, and it's terrifying me, but that's not going to stop me reading it. Yeah, I just thought I'd introduce the vlog here, and yeah, I'll give you an update when I have one.
Shall I compare to a summer day? She's the sun, she fill out the gray. Quench my thirst, she's my lemonade. The yellow that I couldn't paint. Shall I compare to a summer day? Just like the sun, it will never fade. The cool breeze in the shade, my 4 leaves to the blade, right to my mistakes. I just know she'll be my downfall when the rain it pours.
I just got to page 320, which is chapter 36, and I'm really upset. I'm really upset. Okay, that's all I have to say. Oh my god. Okay, I've just got to the last page of chapter 40, which is page 360, and we're finally in a position that I'm happy with. Oh my god. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I'm nearly halfway through this book. I've cried twice, like not proper crying, like my eyes have just welled up. 2 separate occasions. I can't believe we're not even halfway and so much is happening. So much has happened. I feel like I'm about to cry again at this next chapter. I'm just starting chapter 41. I feel like I'm about to cry again, but we'll see. I'm just terrified. I'm just terrified because I'm happy right now, but like, how long is the happiness gonna last? Do you know what I mean? Okay, I feel like every single clip is gonna be in the same outfit, in the same position, because I'm trying to read as much of this possible. I'm trying to read as much of this book as possible today. But I'm just about halfway in. I'm on page 405, so I'm like just before halfway. Here's the thing. I'm really happy. Maybe I shouldn't leave the book there. I'm really happy with where we're at right now, but I'm terrified with what's about to happen. If you know, I'm on chapter 45, about to start chapter 45, and we just got to a point in the book where like people came back together and I was so happy. But now, like, I feel like there's just going to be an entire war. I feel like everyone is going to just kick off. Every single person in this world is going to kick off, and I feel like I feel like no one is safe. Everything is happening. I feel like we're about to start working towards how this book's gonna end, and it's terrifying because, yeah, like I said, no one's safe. I'm terrified for everyone's life. I feel like no one's off the map at the minute for death. I feel like everyone has a chance of dying here and no one's safe. And I've already cried twice, so we're going to do a cry counter and we'll see how many times I've cried by the end of this book. I'm on page 608, which is chapter 69, and I don't know if this is like a common opinion from other people that have read this book, but I feel like it's so slow to read. I've been reading for like 3 hours and I've only read 100 pages. I don't know why, but it's just so slow for me. Like 50% of the book has been spent underground in caves, and it's just a little bit boring now, I'm not gonna lie. I am still enjoying it, but I'm just like, oh my god, like pick up the pace, get to the point. I feel like a lot of things are being repeated and I just feel like it's really slow right now, which I don't love. But the big climax, I'm guessing, is about to happen soon because there's only like less than 250 pages left. I think I'm about 75% in. So the big thing's gotta happen soon. It's just, oh my god, to get here it's been slow. Hopefully it'll pick up for the last couple hundred pages, because if it doesn't, I'm not going to be giving this book a great rating. So we'll see how the end goes. I imagine the next clip will be either me crying or me being really angry. So we'll see. What the hell?
My heart will forever take a toll, 'cause she's all I know. She's all I know. She's all I know. Shall I compare to a winter solstice? While she's coasting off, I'm dozing like a ghost, thinking that maybe I wouldn't notice, but it's colder.
Okay, that's the third time I've teared up in this book. I have a feeling I'm going to cry at least 2 more times. I'm on page 660. 2 more times is my guess.
It's colder. It's cold around when you're not here. You put this icebox where my heart used to be, my dear. Not too fond of the idea that you would come my downfall when the rain it pours. My heart will forever take a toll, 'cause she's all I know. She's all I know. she won't be my downfall. When the rain it pours, my heart will forever take a toll. Cause she's all I know, she's all I know, she's all I. She's all I know, 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 she's all I know. Shall I compare to a summer day?
Okay, oh my god, my face. I've been crying for like an hour. I've just finished the book. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition, and it does have like some bonus chapters at the end, but I'm not going to read that right now because I'm just not in the mood to read bonus chapters that are going to be happy right now. I'll give my proper thoughts tomorrow, but for now, it wasn't my favourite of the series, but it was still good. Okay, I'm back to give my final House of Flame and Shadow update, my final thoughts. So, I ended up giving this book a 4-star. I'm pretty sure I gave the first 2 books in the series both 5 stars, but I will say that my ranking is very much the order of the books. So House of Earth and Blood is definitely my favourite, and then House of Sky and Breath, and then this one. Just because I feel like I've said most of my thoughts already, but about 50% of this book was spent underground. I expected the ending to go differently. I just felt like, I don't want to say it was a cop-out, but I just feel like the ending could have been different. I felt like Sarah J Maas was just trying not to piss people off, to be honest. I don't know really where the series can even go from here. Like, the book has set up for another ACOTAR book, in my opinion, but I just don't know how the Crescent City series is gonna continue. Like, I know that we can have other people's points of views, for example Rune's point of view and Tharion's point of view, and their stories are definitely not over, but as far as storyline goes, there's literally nowhere left to go, and I'm scared that if there's another book in the Crescent City series that's another 800 pages long, it's just not gonna be good enough. I'm really sorry to say that, but if the next Crescent City book is like 400 or 500 pages, then fair enough, but there just can't be another book in the series, in my opinion, that's another 800 pages long, because there's no storyline left. Like, there's nowhere else to go with it, unless, like, obviously Sarah J Maas is a genius and we all know this, and she does things that we don't expect, but I just don't know how it is gonna go anywhere else. But I guess we'll see. I'm not an author, I don't write the books. Maybe she'll be able to pull it off, but yeah, I just don't know where that's gonna go. As far as my rating and my thoughts, I feel like I cried like 4 or 5 times. So, like, yeah, I did enjoy the book, but I just felt like, I don't know how to explain this without spoiling it. A lot of the book was just a history lesson, and yeah, I don't know. Some people pissed me off throughout the book. I just felt really sorry for Tharion the whole time. Like, Sarah J Maas has really done him dirty the entire series, and I don't know why she hates Tharion for some reason, but she keeps making his life actual hell. So I want justice for Tharion. I feel like a lot of the time Ethan was sort of just being a bit of a crybaby, and it was sort of starting to annoy me. Bryce, look, Bryce is the main character. We all love her, but there were some points where I was just like, you are being so selfish, it's unbelievable. And like, obviously in the end she was not selfish, but there were certain points where she was just being so arrogant and so annoying, and I was like, literally just shut up. Like, it did start to annoy me, which is why the book is only 4 stars and not 5. But like I say, like, it's Sarah J Maas. We all know and love her. Her books are always bangers, but this one, in my opinion, it just wasn't the best one of the series. I still haven't read the bonus chapter in the back of this book. I don't know if I'm going to read it anytime soon. To be honest, I might just read it if I fancy going back into this world at some point, but I'm not planning on reading it anytime soon. I'm just glad that this book is finished, because this will most likely be the longest book I read this year, and I'm just glad I got it out the way in February so that I don't have to worry about reading any more big books anytime soon. And this is the first book off my February TBR done. It took me a week to read, which I don't think is bad considering the absolute size. Like, this is the Bible, so I don't think that was too bad for it to take me a week, which just does show that, like, it was fast paced, especially the ending. Again, like every Sarah J Maas book, the last like 200 pages are very fast paced. So yeah, I enjoyed it, just not my favourite of the series. That's all I have to say. Other than that, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing me cry at this book, and I'll see you in the next one.